What is going on, Governor? It's Chisgule here, and we got some requests to do a live stream. So let's see here. Here we are. Here we are. I think my setup might have just changed. I've never changed it midstream. But boom, donation information should be showing now instead of my regular filming screen. We're gonna do some Q&A. You're gonna see regular old Chisgule stuff. We just had Guardians respawn, so we're gonna smash some Guardians. And by the way, there's a new pack in the store. Hello, new pack. New Year's blessing. We'll talk about the New Year's blessing. I feel blessed. Let's do it. Hilarious. Abda Beast. What's going on, man? Streaming on demand. That just happened. Bunch of folks saying hello. Hello, hello. What is going on? Good to see you all this evening. I'm feeling great. How are we doing for our shrine group here? So every evening, by the way, at reset, we have this ritual where basically we battle the guardians up by the temple, and then we do a long run. We battle the guardians over here. We battle the guardians over here. We battle the guardians over here, and that's where we're sort of headed to now. We have a big group that does it because the experience is so good. You get, what, a solid 7,000 experience a pop with talents and skills. You get even higher, which is pretty darn sweet. All right. Oh, hey, cool. $5 donation. Thanks, Abda Beast. Okay, hold on. It's first off A B de Beast. AB de Beast. All right, cool. That makes way more sense. Nice. Elite Noob going to City Hall 21 right now. T4, here you come. That's awesome. That is awesome. Talk about the new commanders? Yeah, we can talk about the new commanders. I'm really eager to see how the legendary commanders are going to change, by the way, and that should be happening really soon. That should be happening really, really soon. So we're going to get our shrine group rolling in just a minute. You can see here everybody's ready. I'm the slowpoke because I'm bringing 3 armies, which maybe is a little greedy. Infantry are just so freaking slow. So freaking slow. Best commander? You know, I can tell you the commander I'm most excited about. I'm most excited about Belisarius. And I'm most excited about Belisarius because he's a peacekeeper. And peacekeepers are exceptional for grinding up experience, exceptional for hunting barbarians. And like, okay, sure, I got plenty of barbarian hunting going on over here already. And by the way, like the way that I level up so many commanders and get them so high is like once or twice a day, I'm pulling down a couple million experience from Guardians. Free. I mean, takes a lot of time. I enjoy it though. It's relaxing. What commander should I use as the secondary with Minamoto as the primary? I mean, Cavalry. At the legendary tier, you've got Cao Cao. At the epic tier, I'm a huge fan of Pelagius. Just big damage from that combo. Hey, A.B. de Beast. $10 donation. Thank you, sir. Okay, my first question is, what Kusunoki garrison talents do you recommend? I've got his talents all set as garrison besides his travel speed. Oh, good. Yeah, we'll talk about Kusunoki in just a second. We're going to kick off this shrine group, I think. Oh, it's still not ready. Man, I'm so slow. All right, 1 minute for the shrine group. Let me show you my Kusunoki and his garrison talents. And I've got a video going live tomorrow with more information about this. I love every single talent except the move speed because like you should already be in your city to defend it. And then from there, I love Rejuvenate for Rage Restoration. You know, yeah, it's all about Rage. It's all about Rage. The more you can fire off your abilities, the better off you'll be. So right now, my wall is featuring Kusunoki as the primary, and then Richard I as the secondary. And I actually recently swapped Richard I into this sweet infantry build. Spoiler alert for the video going live tomorrow morning. Sheesh. Anyways, that was my primary garrison commander before, but now I've swapped it around. And honestly, I think it might actually be better in some ways with Kusunoki as the primary, because I think the rage restoration is a big, big deal. All right, let me let this shrine group know. Shrine group, roll out. Roll put. All right, well, that's close enough. They'll figure it out. Dude, I'm so bad at typing in game. I'm so bad at typing in game. All right. We're going to roll out. And you're going to see, like, sending 3 armies is really awkward. I probably need to split my armies up and do all cavalry. Because so many of them are cavalry commanders. Like, yeah, I've got Cao Cao, I've got Minamoto. I actually have to stop using Minamoto for this. Because I'm about to hit level 60 with Minamoto. It's like there's no point using him to hunt these guys anymore. So that's awkward. That's awkward. Also, I probably should have given my alliance members a little more warning for starting. But I try to start, by the way, as close as possible to when the last person actually arrives at the shrine. We used to do this thing in our kingdom where we would, like, people would say, oh, 5 more minutes, and someone else would say, ooh, 5 more minutes, and it just went on and on and on. And for the guardians by the temple, the new rule became the second they spawn, we start. And, like, if you're late, like, look, they spawn the same time every day. I'm sorry you're late. All right. Ooh, another donation. AB to Beast. I'm not as cool as LG, so I didn't jump and get Richard. Dude, I didn't jump and get Richard either. And I wish I knew about jumping, by the way, when I started playing. I feel like the beginner's teleport is more like the advanced player's advantage, right? Like, you really, if you know what you're doing, you can get so much value out of that. Anyways, those talents are what you were thinking too. Just wanted verification. You're very welcome. I think they're awesome. Which secondary do you recommend pairing with Kusunoki that's not Richie? Well, what other commander choices do you have? What other commander choices do you have? I can tell you, it doesn't matter if they have a different specialization. Like, Kusunoki is an archer commander, but you're going to have a whole variety of troops in your city. So who cares what other commanders you have? Or what, not what other commanders, but like what other troop specializations. So I can tell you, if you think you're dealing with a swarm attack, which means your opponent is tier 5, or they don't know what they're doing, and they're swarming you, then Sun Tzu is amazing, and Ulji Mundok is a really good hedge in case, like, they might go either way. I like Ulji Mundok a lot, and I actually wish I had invested in him more. When I was making my army pairings for Alliance Battlegrounds, I was looking at, like, who do I pair Richard the First with, and I'm using Boudica, but I wish I had done, like, I wish I had Ulji Mundok in a really good place. So I really like Ulji Mundok as an option there. But what would I do in like an absolutely perfect world? What would I do in an absolutely perfect world? I probably would hedge with Ulji Mundok. That's what I think I would do. The other option, if you like the cavalry route, will be Pelagius. I really like Pelagius a lot. And if I didn't already have so many cavalry commanders, then that would be a route I would consider. In fact, if I was using Richard on the wall as the primary, I would definitely consider Pelagius as the secondary because there's synergy with the healing and there's rage restoration. I actually really like that combination. But you asked for a pairing with Kusunoki, and the thing that's cool about Kusunoki is that he just has a lot of damage. And he restores rage with your talent build that you've got set up there, so that's in a really good place. Oh my goodness, so many questions. A request to see my commanders. Yes, we can get a look at my commanders after the Shrine Guardians are done here. These Shrine Guardians get a little chaotic. So now if we're all being like really polite, see, we should stop right before we get there. We stop right before, that way more people can arrive. Like my freaking slow, my slow archers. Ugh, what a mistake. They're not even going to make it. All right. We'll send them over here. And I'll show you the experience that we pull down from this. It's just insane. The experience is just insane. Whoa, hey, $20 donations for AB to Beast. I do like my cavalry, so Kusunoki and Pelagius would be a good idea then? Heck yeah. That's a sweet combination. So you're getting even more rage restoration. You get some healing going now, which seems really good to me. And there's no movement speed on Pelagius. There's no movement speed in his talents. So those are all like fully utilized defensive value, which seems really, really good to me. I really would be using Richard with. If I thought I was dealing with a rally, I would be using Richard with Pelagius. That would be my pairing. Hey, Jacob Kelly, thanks for the $10 donation. I really appreciate it. I appreciate your saying I'm natural at teaching. That's awesome. All right, bada boom. The Shrine Guardians have been defeated. And by the way, just from this one shrine, and not even being able to pay full attention to actually make sure I can hit stuff, what do we get here? That was 22,000 experience, 16, or actually that's almost 19,000 experience, 20,000 experience, right? Like, and you can see over and over and over. And we did this, by the way. We did a lot of this. This is how you farm experience. That's how you farm experience. Crazy amounts of experience. That's the path. That is the path. So now we send our guys back. And, sometimes what I do, by the way, is I try to pick up an experience rune. So right now I've got a rune of proficiency rolling. So what I could do, what I could do is kill a bunch of barbarians. AB to Beast, saying that I'm his. Well, thank you for the $25 donation. This is the most donations in a single stream that I've ever gotten, and you are the single highest donor by far. So thank you for all those donations. That is awesome. Oh, man. All right, let's send our troops home. Let's send our troops home. They have a long way to go. Often what I do is, like, on the way back, I'll see if there's, like, a 25 or something on the way, and I'll just hit it and get some experience. And if I'm, like, it depends on how close I am to kind of maxing out my action points. Did I take a rune? I didn't even look at these runes. And offhand, what do we got? Resource production. That's kind of interesting, actually. Like, resource production's not the worst if you're about to go to bed. That's a thing. That's totally a thing. Those runes all are kind of unimpressive, actually. Those are all kind of impressive. Rec Tony, what's going on? Yeah, I recommend, or remember you. What talent tree would I recommend to focus on with Pelagius? Definitely the skill tree. Definitely a skill tree, then move into the cavalry tree. Unless you're talking about garrison defense, in which case full garrison talents are slam dunk the way to go. And I don't know, when your kingdom enters into a place of peace, there are a lot less opportunities to actually defend yourself with garrison talents. And I don't know how important garrison talents actually are to Alliance battlegrounds. So I shifted my focus personally away from my strongest commander being in the garrison to being on the field. Did you know that CPO defeated Hannibal Barca in real life? I did not know that. If that's a fact, that's amazing. What's the best tree for Ulji Mundok? Honestly, you really need to have full infantry if you're rocking Ulji Mundok as the primary. And why do I say that? I say that because if we take a look at Ulji Mundok, his attack tree is just not very exciting, but it is an awesome supplement to the infantry tree. So if we look at these talents, he's got infantry, which is awesome if you have full infantry. He's got garrison, which is awesome if you're in the garrison. And this attack tree is just confusing. Last Stand could be awesome, but I struggle with it because for some period of time you can't use your active skills, and if you're using epic and legendary commanders, the active skills are really good. So maybe that's good in some situations. What I will say is amazing in here is Effortless, and also Lord of War and Burning Blood. All of that is phenomenal, and on the way there's March Speed. So I would rock infantry all the way to the top, elite soldiers. I'd get Effortless, certainly, to get the March Speed. Off to the side, Fleet of Foot is good, and Strong of Body is amazing. This is so straightforward. It's unusually straightforward what to do with a commander like this. It is unusually straightforward. Now, you can see I have 7 points. I haven't spent them because, like, I can't use him at this low a level anyways, so why put the points anywhere? Like, you get some amount of power, but who cares? I'm probably going to end up having to respec if I put my points somewhere now. Have I played the Newer Kingdoms? You know, I have not played the Newer Kingdoms. I've not played the Newer Kingdoms. It was very tempting to join up with Legends Gaming and to rock out hard on a restart with them. But I, ultimately decided I wanted to go deep on one account and get really, really strong. So that is kind of what we're doing now. Hey, Samuel the Fifth, thanks for the donation. Really appreciate it, my friend. Would I use CPO or Frederick in open field combat? I'd use both of them. I'd use them together. Those seem like awesome commanders. Spoiler alert, check out my video tomorrow with a full build on CPO. And I end up deciding that CPO is going to be a part of my roster for Alliance Battlegrounds, and I did not see that coming. Because I'm not leading the rallies, but I am going to support rallies, and CPO is really good in the open field. Do I think Kusunoki for Garrison is better than Ulji Mundok? I think they're different. And I think overall Ulji is a better commander because there's more flexibility, right? Like archery and archers are just not a thing in the meta right now, whereas infantry is a thing. So I like Ulji because it's more on point with the meta. What's the best free-to-play duo for Cavalry? Well, I mean, that's got to be some combination of the Epic commanders. So Pelagius is in that rotation. And then I guess you're either looking at Baibars or Belisarius. If what we're talking about is battling barbarians, I mean, Belisarius has to be in the combo. But because so much of what Belisarius is doing is around movement speed and hitting weak targets, I would probably go the direction of Baibars. And I suppose one other consideration would be Lancelot if you're in the super free-to-play early game. A.B. to Beast, $5 donation. Chisgule was going to jump with Legends Gaming and then join my alliance, but he didn't want to make Tukey and Deeds depressed. Yeah, I was very serious in my consideration with jumping with Legends Gaming. I think that would have been a lot of fun. But in gaming, I try to focus in on like one account. I try to focus in, even in playing games, on one game, and I try to get really, really, really good rather than like try lots of different things. What is the best infantry commander? I mean, that has to be Richard the First. And that is because all these talents, I can't talk. All these skills are applicable just about everywhere. He's one of the only commanders that has like 4 skills applicable like all the time. And I suppose half of this skill is related to attacking a city. And it's a little confusing because should you be using Richard to attack cities? Is that a thing? I don't think that's a thing. Is it? I mean, I guess it could be if they've got a watchtower. I don't know. It wouldn't be my first choice, but everything he's doing is good. I guess here's the reason why you wouldn't be using Richard for attacking a city is because, is because he's got an infantry specialization. So then you're going to have all these infantry in the army and he doesn't help infantry. You'd much rather be using commanders like Hannibal that reward you for having different unit types rather than, in this case, you'd be punished for leading a rally with that commander. Hey, AB to Beast, another $5 donation. Avalanche told me that Dragonlancer is the best cavalry. What tree should I follow? So, when you say the best cavalry, maybe you mean best free-to-play cavalry? Lancelot's good, but not great. And in the early game, there's certainly a role for this commander. So let's get a look at this. The thing that I like about him is that he's got damage on this skill. He's got movement speed, which is a really big deal. He's got some amount of damage reduction, but you got to read the whole skill here. When attacked, Lancelot has... Oh, you asked Dragonlancer, not Lancelot. You asked Dragonlancer. I'm going to tell you about Lancelot anyways, because I got confused. You've got the damage reduction here, and you've got a bigger march speed bonus when you get weak, which is pretty cool. Now, you said Dragonlancer, which I realize only now that is what you said. So, and this is best pay-to-play cavalry commander? No, that's a joke. So Dragon Lancer's cool because you can get the movement speed really early. And what I've seen people do with Dragon Lancer in like the super, super early game, like the very first Mighty Governor, is you use Dragon Lancer along with another cavalry commander like Lancelot, but you use Dragon Lancer as the primary, so you get a bunch of talents. You rock a ton of talents in the mobility tree, specifically looking for Hasty Departure, Triumphant March, and you just like run all around the map, slaying people's farmers, and like it's the first Mighty Governor. They don't know what they're doing. So you just wreck everybody and you win Mighty Governor. I actually, prior to Alliance Battlegrounds, did have my Lancelot as a preset to go get runes. That is a thing I did. Avalanche bullies me a lot. Uh-oh. Sorry to hear that, AP to Beast, but thank you for the $2 donation. So, yeah, I think Lancelot's interesting because he gets so much movement speed, and he gets a lot of movement speed when he's weak, which again is really powerful in a specific situation. I want to call your attention to Charge as a talent. Charge is an awesome talent. You gain 30% movement speed when you have less than 50% strength. When do you need that kind of movement speed? When you're weak. You absolutely need that kind of movement speed when you're weak to get away. And this is insanely relevant in Alliance Battlegrounds because it is a war of attrition. Make no mistake. Alliance Battlegrounds is a war of attrition. Healing speed-ups are your way out of it. And if you don't have a lot of troops, healing speed-ups are once again, you're like way out of that situation. Am I investing in Dragon Lancer? Nah. I got him to, what, level 16? Why did I even take him to 16? Oh, to get Hasty Departure? I think I leveled him to 16 just because I wanted to see what Hasty Departure did, and I did that a long time ago. Otherwise, like, I don't know if I even would have leveled him much at all. I guess I got some movement speed out of the deal. Herman paired up with El Cid. What do I think? So I think there's a problem. I think there's a problem, and I don't know the answer, and I need someone to test it, because I don't know the answer. Herman's first skill silences the target for 2 seconds, which means they can't use a special. But El Cid's first skill makes it so that they cannot do normal attacks or active skills for 1 second. So I'm pretty sure that you lose value if you use Herman as the primary and El Cid as the secondary, because what's going to happen is you get 1 second of interference from from Herman's skill, and then the second of interference from Herman's skill also overlaps with El Cid's second of interference. So I think the order you need to do that is El Cid, then Herman, but I'm hesitant to say with confidence that's what happens because some of these battle mechanics are a little complicated, and I would want to see that work in a report before I could 100% say that's the thing to do. Do I think Markswoman is underrated early game? No. I would not use her basically at all, because it ultimately becomes wasted experience. Cool idea. I wish the Green Commanders did more. My favorite advanced commander, Green Commander, is Centurion, who I leveled up to 40, which, like, look. I mean, I got these because he's, 5 stars? But I actually, 37 is all you need to get superior tools, which is what you want from gathering. But I went up to modified axle to grab the 30% march speed. That's kind of a big deal. Spin to Fire, sorry I missed your question earlier. A lot going on. I am trying to answer everyone's questions, but chat has been awesome. You guys are awesome. We're getting an average of 4 messages a minute, maybe more. So that's pretty sweet. Sun Tzu's a good garrison commander? Yes. Sun Tzu is a great garrison commander. Which commander would I recommend best overall for attacking cities? Glad you asked. The absolute best? Well, let's see here. I mean, I can tell you that Mehmed is really good if you're doing a rally. I can tell you that if they don't change Saladin, he's going to be absolutely insane. But let's talk about like current reasonable commanders to be operating with. I really like Julius Caesar as a primary, and I also really like Hannibal. Those are the two I'm most interested in. AB to Beast, $5 donation. Thank you very much. Can you tell Dak to not attack me in the new kingdom in the Discord chat? He has T5 soon. Uh-oh. Let me tell you something. T5 is scary. AB to Beast, how powered up are you right now? If they're getting T5, are you close? Is that like around the corner for you, or Is that a long way away? Have I made a Martell guide yet? You know I have not. Richard Martell. Richard Martell? Wow. Charles Martell is someone I'm really interested in. I am being the most patient human on the face of the earth right now with my Charles Martell. I really could level him up and start using him, but because you get 3% per stat or per skill point for the last 2 skills on this second skill of his, I'm waiting until I get more sculptures and level those up before I then move all the way up to counterattack and I start using him. And at that point, I would use Richard I and Charles Martel. Oh, yeah. Hey, Chisgule, did you win or lose Ark of Osiris? Man, let me show you what happened in Ark of Osiris. Battlegrounds haven't opened. Oh, it already closed out. All right. I can't show you from here. Our Ark of Osiris crashed. Our Ark of Osiris crashed. We joined in. It was awesome. We're all loading into the game. We had 29 people loaded in. We were supremely the underdog. We were down by like 250 million power. But at the time, they only had like 23 players in by our count. And then the whole thing crashed. And a bunch of kingdoms experienced that. So I'm sure Lilith will take care of us and hook everybody up who ran into that issue. Silver Key. Dude, this is one of the best silver keys I've opened in a while. A little bit of CPO, brand new Starlight. Sweet. Hey, I guess since we're streaming, we should open gold keys. That's a thing we definitely should do, isn't it? AB to Beast, $5 donations. I got 54 million kills in 2 weeks. Wow. And you're only 6 million power? Oh, you've lost 580,000 T4. Oh, man. That's tough. That's tough, but hopefully you got some sweet Mighty Governor wins. Did you get a Mighty Governor win? Did you get some nice Mighty Governor placements? That would be awesome. Baibar's Cavalry with Lancelot mobility. Good. Yeah, that's a combo. That's definitely a combo. When is Ark of Osiris coming to different kingdoms? I would guess it's weeks away. I would assume that you have to have unlocked and completed, like, the Lost Temple. I would assume you have to have beaten it before you can access this, but I think that's probably the case. Let's see here. Gold keys, anybody? Gold keys, anyone? So here's the game. I'm not going to look at what I just opened. Into the chat, put OMG if it's amazing, or LOL if it is a joke. You tell me how we did. Best epic commanders for PvP. I like Boudica. I like Joan of Arc for supporting. I like her a lot. I really like Scipio for open field. I also really like Ulji Mundok. If you need something that like works all the way around, I would probably use Boudica. She's good for so much. AB to Beast, thanks for that $5 donation. You got top 2 both times. Wow. Because Avalanche bullies you. Uh-oh. That's tough. That's tough. You know, ultimately, you're all going to have to become friends. I got a bunch of LOLs and a bunch of OMGs. It's somewhere in the mix. Darko Danny, I totally missed your question every single time. All 20 that you asked. Sorry, dude. This chat's blowing up. Hey, full Boudica. So full Boudica is cool, except I have her expertise skill already. So that's a bummer. That's a bummer. Hey, Legend Ronnie showing up. What's going on, dude? Good to see you in the chat. What do I think about buy bars? Well, let's talk about buy bars for a second, and then we'll open another key. What do I think about buy bars? So, buy bars is an interesting commander. He's got AoE, which I think is insanely good in the Alliance Battlegrounds. I love the March speed reduction, which I think is insanely good in the Alliance Battlegrounds. I love the Cavalry attack. You're going to do a lot of damage with this commander. This commander hits cities, which I think might be relevant. And then Guerrilla Warfare, I don't know. If you can get out of combat a lot, the March speed seems good. This seems really important to me in Alliance Battlegrounds if you can get away. Like, if you can find a way to actually walk away, which will definitely happen. See, I struggle with that, actually. You're already going to have March speed if you get really wrecked in combat, you're going to get the march speed from charge anyways, right? So, like, I struggle with what this fourth skill actually accomplishes at all. Otherwise, I like everything that's happening. I kind of wonder how much city attacks will be a thing, because, like, look, people are going to run out of troops really fast. Hey, AB to Beast, thanks again for the $5 donation. Hi, Ronnie, welcome to the best channel on YouTube. I really like Legend Ronnie's channel, BT dubs. Okay, Blot Out the Sun improves the quality of the Sandstorm AoE. I like Bybars. I think he's good. He's not my priority now because I have plenty of cavalry commanders. Juice asks, should I upgrade gatherers? Yes. Your gatherers are crucial. Take a look at my gatherers. Level 40, level 40, level 40, level 40. Where's Cleo? Cleo's 40. Level 40. Should you upgrade your gatherers? Heck yeah, you should upgrade your gatherers. Why should you do that? I don't know. Here's why. In the 130 days that my kingdom's been around, I've farmed 2.6 billion resources. And most of that was without the Saint buff, without the Queen buff. So, yeah, that seems good. Legend Ronnie, if they don't nerf him in the update, I believe he will be very good combination with Sun Tzu. That's an interesting point. This is an interesting point, Ronnie. So let's check that out. So we take a look at Bybars. The AoE is sweet. The only thing I struggle with is that we're looking at cavalry attack here and infantry attack over here. So, yeah, I don't know. AB to Beast, dude, you're crushing this stream. Thank you for the $10 donation. Can you get a YouTube shout out? I'm gonna start posting new stuff soon, and probably might make a new jumper soon, and need some people. Yeah, man. Check out AB to Beast's YouTube channel. I'm certainly gonna go get a look after this and hit subscribe. I watch almost every single video that like every content creator makes for Rise of Civilizations because I'm addicted. What? It's not a problem. It's fine. It's a healthy addiction, right? So yeah, look forward to checking that out, man. AB to Beast, crushing it with the YouTube channel. Look forward to seeing your videos. So the thing I like about the combination of Bybars with Sun Tzu is the rage restoration, and like the damage boost synergy is really strong. So you could rock a mixed army and use the skill tree and get just like a ton of rage rolling. I suppose you could even rock full infantry if there's something in here that you wanted that required full infantry. No, you wouldn't, because let's see, isn't march speed? Yeah, march speed is over here. Oh yeah, here's so if you want 6% more march speed, I guess you could rock the infantry. You want the Iron Spear benefit. You're ultimately losing out though on like 20% damage. Like this becomes worthless. This becomes worthless if you're not hitting a city. I mean, I don't know. Is that like I like the AoE damage, but like is it directionally a whole heck of a lot better than just using like Kusunoki? I guess Bybars is maybe just better than Kusunoki. All right. Well, let's see here. Fernando, what are the chances that Constantine and Saladin will be nerfed? Oh, they're definitely getting changed. They're definitely getting. Saladin is just too strong. I mean, I would say if they kept Saladin as he is, he'd have to be classified as a mythic tier commander. Legend Ronnie, I was thinking that mixed troops, both full skill tree, hit up 5 targets with the expertise. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of AoE. It's a lot of AoE. AB to Beast. How much money have I donated? I gotta see how badly I need to make up an excuse to my girlfriend. Dude, you've donated a lot. You donate a lot. You're gonna see it in the scroller all the way on the bottom here. I'm pretty sure you're pushing $100, which is amazing. Biggest single donor on this channel so far, by far. Thank you again. Really appreciate it. Spin to Fire. Oh, you're responding to someone else? That's cool. Do I think the combo for rage tanking Lohar Richard is useful in PvP? Not really. You really would much rather be using Joan of Arc to do the same thing. Because Lohar is just not great for PvP. Here's why. Second skill, worthless. Third skill, worthless. Fourth skill, I mean, basically worthless. Expertise skill, worthless. So while the talents are really good, and look, if you're limited on commanders, then it's a fine choice. But if you're hitting the mid to late game, I would try to step out of that position and get to something a little bit more punchy. I hope they make Constantine for cavalry. Wait a minute. Constantine? No, they're going to stay infantry. They're going to stay. I just like struggle a little bit with like the 40% stat boost is like too much over here. Maybe like that would mean the other talents are weaker. And like, I totally don't understand how this works. Cross of the Divine. I don't know. All right, Fernando. So if I donate $150, will I surpass him? Wow. Yeah, if you donated $150, you would be the top donor on this channel by a long shot, I guess. Sheesh. William Ward. When does it become worth to switch to an epic instead of a legendary? Okay, I love this question, and I struggle with this all the time. Here's what I'm struggling with. Do I use, with Richard I, someone like, I don't know, Joan of Arc or Boudica, or do I use Sun Tzu, who's maxed out? AB to Beast, oh my gosh. $25 donation. Funny joke to the other individual who was planning to pass me, or pass him in donations. Ay, ay, ay. Upping the stakes. Upping the stakes. So here's what I struggle with. Like, do I use a maxed out epic commander, 5555, or do I use Charles Martel and just level him up, right now? And let's make a comparison, right? Like this is what I do when I'm trying to decide. Let's make a comparison. I get this skill maxed out. I get 9% infantry health and 9% infantry defense, and I get 10% counterattack. Is that better than this skill maxed out, this skill doing additional damage factor, and 30% of stats to archers? Right? Like, let's do another comparison. We'll go over here, right? Like, is it better than all of the damage I'm getting, the rage from the expertise skill, 10% damage reduction and 10% health, and a damage boost? I don't know. Here's a cleaner comparison, right? So this skill is not as good. If I had this commander maxed out, we'll just pretend. But like, 20% of stats over here and 100% damage bonus with a 10% chance to trigger, and then like, I don't know, even more stats if I had this commander maxed. I'm very close to saying that if I level this commander up, it's probably better. This is probably the break point, right? Like 5-3-1-1 is probably good enough to swap over. That's probably good enough. Okay. I have Ulji at full garrison. Should I change to infantry tree and put Sun Tzu in the garrison? I mean, that depends. What are you doing with your full infantry? And why is Sun Tzu not a part of your full infantry unit? And I would even consider putting both of them in the garrison. Seems reasonable. Lohar primary, CPO secondary? I'm not sure when you use that. I guess you could rage tank sort of with that. Joan plus Richard is the best support combo in the game. Yeah, dude, that's a sick combo. That's a sick combo, especially if you have Joan as the primary. Alejandro, I'm a free-to-play. I use Lancelot. Cool. Yeah, that works for Cavalry. And Cao Cao is the secondary. Should I max Lancelot? Is there any better combination for Cavalry? I mean, my real question to you would be, how advanced is your Cao Cao? I think you should certainly max out the skills on Lancelot. That's going to be easy to do. With that said, don't use your generic sculptures, your universal sculptures on Lancelot. Every single one of those should be going to Constance. And now there are easy ways to get universal sculptures, but the only way to get Constance is if you go to your expedition, and you'd have to pick them up over here. This is where you'd have to pick those up. I'm probably going to do some purchases in here later. There's a legendary star that has my name on it. All right, let's see here. We're going to go in. Donnie Darko, I have full garrison. Should I change to infantry tree and put Sun Tzu at the garrison? So if you're using them as a pairing, if you're using Ulji, Mundak, and Sun Tzu as a pairing, you definitely want one of them to have garrison talents. And if you want to use them in the open field, the other one can have infantry talents. Now, which of those things is more important to you is kind of a different question. Whichever one is higher level should be the one in the... Actually, I was going to say a clean answer, but I'm not sure it's clean. See, the higher level one benefits a little more in the open field because you can bring more troops, and troop capacity doesn't matter when you're in your garrison. Troop capacity doesn't matter when you're in your garrison. So, but the levels also matter for the talent points when you're defending your garrison. So I guess it depends on what you're optimizing for. If there's something you need to do in the open field and you need to optimize for that, then put your strongest, highest level commander as the primary for the open field, and the other one as your commander on the wall. Right now, my wall, if I can tap properly, my wall is Kusunoki with Richard, and I am digging that combo. Hey, Chisgule, I'm moving to a new server and wanted to do infantry, going Ulji and Martel. Thoughts? Yeah, I love them. That's a cool combo. That's a cool combo. Alejandro's got a 3-2-2 Cao Cao. All right. So the challenge is that in a perfect world, you would have maxed out the first skill on your Cao Cao. So at some point, what I think you'll find, Alejandro, is that you'll be better off rocking Pelagius and perhaps one of the other epic commanders, maybe Baibars, when you get further along with your cavalry. Alejandro's got Lancelot max skill. Solid. Yeah, it's pretty easy to get max skills on those blue commanders. That's an achievable thing. Let's do this. Let's put up a gold key. And fire that off. Bada boom. I'm not going to look. You tell me. Is it good? Is it not good? What do we get? Hopefully something exciting. Let's see what we got. Hey. Bundle of brand new Starlights. I'll take it. Let's open a new gold key. You guys know the game. OMG if it's sweet. LOL if it's a joke. And meanwhile, I can answer some of these questions. Yeah, I can show you my CPO, Ramon. What's the best commander, in my opinion? Richard I. Ulji is a beast on open field with Martel. Yeah, I believe that. What are my feelings toward Yi Sung-ye? I think he's awesome. If I had gotten a hold of him sooner, he might have been one of my garrison commanders. Chisgule, you have any idea about the compensation by the devs? I gave all the legendary sculptures to YSG. Think they'll give them back and put my YSG to 1111? I don't know what they're going to do. It's tough to say. Why do I have Richard's second skill? Oh, why do I have Richard as a second to Kusunoki and Garrison? Because I switched my talents on Richard I for being infantry so that I could do better in Alliance Battlegrounds. So now Kusunoki is my garrison commander, and he has the skill tree, which I think is really, really good. Let's rock a gold key. Let's find another one. That last one was super unexciting. OMG if it's good. LOL if it's a joke. Trim asked a question and I missed it. Sorry, buddy. If you could ask it again, I'll try to get to it. Oh, jeez. We're getting a lot of lulls here. Oh, man. 8 sculptures of Timo. Chat, we can do better than this. OMG if this next one's good. LOL if it's bad. Who's good to pair with Herman? I like Kusunoki. Kusunoki, Herman. Rock that out. Put the skill tree on one of them. Archer skills to support it. Archer talents to support it as well. Seems good. Facundo. I have a level 10 Constance with 1 star and 1 skill. Wait. Constance not... Constance? Oh, Constance. The Gatherer. Right. I was thinking Constantine. Should I max the skill and then add a star? Or should I add a star and then try to max her second skill? Okay. Ooh, hey, this key turned out. We got some Belisarius. That's pretty cool. I'll take that. So if we head over to the commanders, we head over to Constance. What you want to do with her is unlock her second star, try to max the second skill before you go any further. Then, after you've maxed the second skill, the second you've done that, level her up to unlock the fourth skill, and then try to put more onto her. AP to Beast. Holy moly, another $25 donation. This will be $189 for the night. Wow. Thanks for those donations, man. I really appreciate it. You are by far the top donor, and you dropped another $10 donation. Thank you for that. That's amazing. Wow. Well, I'm a little bit speechless. Thank you again. Check out AB to Beast's YouTube channel. He's firing it up, and I'm going to go check it out to subscribe. AB to Beast. Are you rounding it out to $200? A $2 donation. He says his OCD is killing him. That is amazing. All right. Sweet. Well, let's rock a silver key, because we have that. On the topic of Lancelots, yeah, we got a Lancelot in the party here. Let's rock another gold key. Rock another gold key. OMG if it's good, LOL if it's a joke. You tell me. Kulas ONG is asking for a CPO talent tree. Check my video tomorrow morning. We're going to rock that for you. It's going to be an Alliance Battleground build. Leadership and effortless. That's a spoiler alert. AB to Beast. $4 donation. Rounding it out to $205 for the night. Yeah, thank you. I really appreciate that. Wow. Okay. Ramon, guys, same question here. Are there specific videos that you make for this? Why don't I see? I don't understand. Uh-oh. Sorry, I don't see the question there. And it's really tough to keep up with chat. You guys are awesome. I don't know how Legend Ronnie keeps up with chat, dude. What's your superpower? How the heck do you do that? Donnie Darko. My Cao Cao has the tree and Ulji has the skills. So the thing I struggle with Cao Cao as a primary is like mobility's fine, but like not life-changing. Mobility is fine, but not life-changing. Unless you're like running around during Mighty Governor. AB to Beast, $10 donation. Last question. Will you make a jumper with me? Man, jumpers are fun, but I just don't have the time for another account. Holy cow. OMG's all over the place. Hey, Osman showing up in a big way. Full 10 of Osman. Dude, I think we could maybe max the first skill on Osman now. That's sweet. Dude, that chest was awesome. New key. Dude, hook it up. I'm using infantry. I want to use Mehmet. He's my favorite. Can you tell me which commander he should be paired with? Well, if you're using full infantry with Mehmet, I really like Ulji Mundak, and I would put Ulji Mundak as the primary. So what you're going for there is Ulji Mundak does defense down, and then... Oh, wait. Mehmet. I'm thinking of a different commander. Or am I? Mehmet is the legendary. I still like Ulji. With that. The defense down and then the big damage. Assuming you're like in the free-to-play realm, that's a good direction to go. Oh, yes, Legend Ronnie says the key to keeping up with chat is to not make everybody OMG and LOL so much. But guys, it's fun. This is a fun game. I don't know what's in the chest until you tell me. Is it good or bad? Update, my Cao Cao is 1522, has become 2553. Well, Enrique, I guess you got to just keep working on it. It's moving in the right direction. It's awesome for barbarians. Like, really awesome for barbarians. That seems really good. Osman is really good. Yeah, Osman is amazing. All right, how do we do in this chest? Whoa. We got some legendary action. That seems good. That seems real good. Yeah, there's the OMG storm. All right, new chest. Is Osmond good? I have him, but I don't know what to do with him. Osmond is big damage, right? A lot of damage on the first skill. So I think Osmond could be good, but you're kind of going all in on the damage plan. AB to Beast. Good night, my friend. $2 donation. Sleep well. Check out AB to Beast's YouTube channel. I'll be heading there when I'm done with the stream. And we've probably got another few minutes, another few keys before we wrap up the stream. Hey, that key was all right. That key was all right. A little bit of Herman. What do I think of Osmond? I think Osmond... Oh, I already have his first skill maxed. Osmond's got some big damage here. And if what you want to do is kind of focus your damage on a single target, I think there's a lot that's happening, especially for open field. I struggle a little bit with this second skill, though. I really do struggle with that second skill. What's the best way to combat pay to win? Now that is the $1 million question. What is the best way to combat pay to win? You know, if you're up against pay to win, you just need to be in a very strong alliance, and you need to try to beat them on defense. You need to be defending a structure that gives you a big advantage, right? So like if you're defending a flag, you're in a better situation than if you're attacking a flag. If you're defending your city, you're in a better situation than if you're attacking their city. So you got to try to be in situations where you get a huge advantage, and even then it's going to be tough unless you've got some high power players. All right, a few more gold keys to round it out. These keys, less exciting than usual. Hey, full Sun Tzu's pretty cool, except we have his expertise skills. That's basically a nothing burger for us, along with the additional 5 Sun Tzu. And we're out of keys. All right, my friends. Well, this has been a pretty sweet stream. Apparently sponsored by AB to Beast and Legends Gaming. Thanks so much for all those donations, and thank you everyone who donated. This was a lot of fun to do. If you like this kind of stuff, please do like and subscribe. We'll definitely do more of it. And until next time, my friends, you have fun smashing the kingdom.